Tell them that I need to get some things straightened out, and that I appreciate the fact that they wanted to win. They gave a good effort. Just a lot of things that aren't taking place, and that falls in my lap.
What was on the fourth down? Alex was in shotgun. I think he handed it off to Solomon, and he ended up not converting. Can you walk me through that play and just troubles with the running game today?
Well, I don't know that I can walk you through the play because I'm not sure that I remember what the play was. I know there's a whole bunch of third and fourth downs that we didn't convert. I think that we were 0 for 7 or 0 for 8 in the first half. So, we got maybe a couple in the second half, but that was it. We were just not a good third down or in this case fourth down team. Running game, TCU, played very, very well, and we just didn't get in the right things to give us a chance.
Coach, how do you feel overall about Alex Kelton's performance here in this game today?
Well, Alex really struggled today, but as I said, he had a lot of help. In that respect, wasn't all his his fault, but he didn't play nearly as well as obviously he did the previous week. Not that he didn't try, because he sure makes a great effort. He's a very competitive young man.
No touchdowns today. What do you think it's going to take to get the offense going in future games?
Well, I think, we've got to get everybody back into it. We've got to get have the capacity to throw the ball better, and obviously we've got to be able to run against teams that are going to do some of the things that TCU did against us. Most of it was blitz work and a lot of movement. We'd done reasonably well against very similar looks. I say similar looks, that's not accurate, against similar concepts the week before, but TCU gave us some secondary pressure that we just didn't deal with very well. Getting into the right things.
Coach, is there an expectation that Alex wouldn't have the ability to make the same and quick reads that Jesse does on regular occasions?
Well, I think, you could say that, and Jesse has far more experience at it, and consequently does, is in a position to do a better job. Alex did a nice job of it last week. It just wasn't the case this week. And again, he had a lot of help. There's a lot of people standing on his toes when he's trying to throw the ball from time to time. So it's part of it is on him. Part of it is calls we get into. Part of it's in our protection. There's enough issues to go around.
How much does your offensive philosophy change with a backup under center?
Well, normally you would like for it not to have to change. If you're referencing Alex as opposed to Jesse, by and large, it stays pretty much the same. There's some things we might stay away from a little bit more with one than with the other, but by and large, it stays the same. We've got ample offense, and it's always important to me that that we do the things that our players can do. And I was under the assumption that our players could do the things that we were trying to do today, and at the end of the day, that wasn't the case, and consequently, we needed to be in some other things.
How would you assess your defense today, holding the TCU to a 98-yard rushing offense?
Well, I thought we did an excellent job. We got, in the first, at the very outset of the ball game, they got some big third down conversions. We'd hold them for 3 and then let them off the hook for 10, 12-yard first down, and consequently moved the ball down, got the first score on the board. Did it again a little bit later, held them for a field goal, and then after that, I thought we played reasonably well. Gave up a big play a couple of times in the second half that got them off the hook when we'd hold them once again. You hold them 3 downs, and then all of a sudden they get a play on you, and they're out to midfield and changes the field position dramatically. But in the first half, virtually the score that the touchdown came really because the offense gave the ball up down on the other end of the field. So, like I say, so many times, all sides of the ball count, and field position is major. It always has been for us and for most teams, and maybe not all teams, but for most teams. And defense can help that, but offense didn't help itself today at all. 3 and out, punting the ball, first 2 possessions that we had, that hurt you.
Huge play by Aaron Pringle called for offensive pass interference. What did you see on that play, and what was his explanation for you on that?
Well, it's not a matter of an explanation whether it was right or wrong. The officials, call it the way they see it. And that's we have to live with it. Nothing I can say is going to change that.
Coach, you mentioned that Alex did have some struggles. Did you ever consider putting Skyler in the game?
No.
Coach, you guys started 3-3 last year. You're 3-3 right now. Obviously, last year the team closed very strongly. Do you think this team has that same kind of moxie in?
Well, I think we have the capacity to be able to finish the season well. Now, whether we do or not is another story. I think they'll be competitive. I don't think they'll give up. I think there's too much heart with most of the young guys that we have. We need a couple more to climb on board, but by the same token, I believe that they'll make the effort. But there's a lot of things that have to get cleaned up that maybe weren't as prevalent last year as they are right now.
Other questions? One last chance.
That was brief. Okay. Thank you all very much.